Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Happy Sunday to each of you. I am Alviana Brewster, the owner of Black Nurse Entrepreneurs. We're the premier networking organization for Black nurses interested in launching, building, and growing their entrepreneurial endeavors. And today, I bring to you a Takeover 2021. You know how we do it here at BNE. We are taking over the planet. I'm bringing to you today a sneak peek with one of my great friends, Dr. V, as we know her, Dr. Viola Pierce. And so I'm going to grab her really quickly, and she's going to come in and she's going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek of what she's going to be talking about at our BNE Takeover Conference 2021 here in Dallas, Texas. So let me go grab her real quick. What's up, Dr. V? How are you doing today?
Hey.
That's the girl right there.
Yes.
So I have here with me Dr. Viola Pierce of North Carolina. Stand up, okay? I invited her to come and talk to us at the BNE Takeover Conference here in Dallas, Texas, October 22nd and 23rd. Y'all see it down there in the little ticker. She is going to be talking about closing high-ticketed clients. And so I wanted her to specifically come and talk about that because I feel like that is something that we need to know something about. So I brought in one of my expert friends, Dr. Viola Pierce. So tell us a little bit about what does it mean to close a high-ticketed client?
So your high-ticket client is a client between $3,000 and $10,000 or above, actually. And the reality is that what we do a lot of times is we try to close clients with a little bit less money because we don't think that we have the expertise in business in order to be able to give the client what they need. But the reality is that we've been nursing forever, right? We've been nursing for 10, 20 years, and that's what we're bringing. We're bringing that expertise to them. And so when we bring that expertise, we need to bring the high ticket. And, and the reality is that, we stay up in people's pocketbooks and trying to figure out how much they can pay. I mean, look at Warren Buffett. He's been staying in the same house for, since 1957, right? And he had got ownership of all the airlines. He could pay a high ticket, right? We need to stay out of everybody's pocketbook. Okay. If they can pay, they can pay. Your price is your price. You need to stick to it.
That's right.
Teach you how to do that.
That's right. So one of my good friends, one time when I was thinking about pricing some products, she told me, she said, one of the reasons why your clients are not paying that price is because you haven't put the price up there for them to pay. She said, you don't have a price up there for them to pay, so they're not going to pay it, plain and simple. So sometimes I think part of this is we have to think about our offerings and the price tag that we're putting on it. Because for me, specifically, I'm trying to work out of this cheap mindset and mentality. So sometimes when I go to price something, I say, you know what, I wouldn't pay $5,000 for that. So I'm not going to price it at $5,000. But reality may be that my value is worth that. So I want you to talk a little bit about our value and what we bring to the table and why we deserve to close in on high-ticketed clients.
I really like what you said about, the fact that you say that you wouldn't pay for it. Because what happens is that when we don't pay that much for it, then we don't expect our clients to pay that much for it, right? And so we have to understand if we're going to get something, we need to pay for it. And then once we do it, then we're like, well, if I pay for it, then by all means, she can pay for it, right? And so having that understanding is key. And understanding, again, the value that you bring, the time that you have to put into doing whatever you have to do in order to put that product together. That's huge. Because at the end of the day, money is a conduit, right? And it flows. It's currency, right? And so it flows. And what we have to understand is that we want our time. We want our freedom. We want to be able to do the things that we want to do. I told a story the other day about my nephew. My nephew had passed away. I went down to the emergency department, watched him pass away. And I came back upstairs and they were like, well, you're going to use some PTO for that time you're going to take off? And I was like,
You were like, let me go close on this high ticket client here. That's what I'm going to do.
Time is valuable because when I take time off for me, I'm still making money. Okay, I'm still making money. But what happens is we stay in these jobs that ain't loyal at all. Now I'm one for the vaccine. Don't get me wrong, but we're replaceable. Okay,
Very
we're
replaceable.
straight replaceable. So you can either close your high ticket client because you know what your value and you know what you bring to the table, or you can stay back. Either way, either one of them is hard. Either place is hard.
Mhm.
And so you just have to pick your hard. And I teach you systematically how to do that.
One thing about closing high ticketed clients, well, let me just say this. One thing that I've learned about myself, and I've seen it before, whenever we don't price our stuff high enough to where we are in that spot, right? That sweet spot. And I've heard people say if your prices are not making you a little uncomfortable, then they're probably not high enough. And so here recently, when I've been pricing things, I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. And I said, oh, it's making me uncomfortable. I must be getting to that sweet spot. But one thing that I've learned about those high ticketed clients is whenever you have that client, usually that person is a person that is ready. They're going to be ready. They're going to be, because they're going to, hey, I'm willing to pay this type of money to invest in my knowledge and my education and into my business. I'm ready. So that helps you because you're ready to pour into them. But what we don't want to do is waste time pouring to somebody who doesn't take what you're giving them, and they blow it off or whatever. And so I feel like those high ticketed people are ready to invest. They're ready to be taken from point A to point B, and they have recognized within you the value. When you have not set your prices up high enough, then I noticed that you yourself become a little irritable, a little agitated. As you
Myron Golden said it best. He said, if you're the cheapest, nobody believes you're the best. And if you're the best, nobody believes that you're just cheapest. So at the end of the day, you want to make sure. Now, you want to bring value. Don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, you really want to bring value. But us as nurses, we do that all the time. But the deal is that you want to bring value, but you want to make sure that you are charging what you need to charge in order for your clients to get the result that they need. Because at the end of the day, if they're paying that money, typically they're going to be actionable and they're going to do the thing, and then you'll get action behind that, and then they will. I mean, it changes their lives.
Yes, yes.
Changes their lives.
Yes, the inability to work with fewer people, fewer, more specific people. Like, hey, I can have 5 high ticketed clients and I'm working with them, but I know we about to make some things happen here, opposed to working with 50 people and they're really not taking it serious. They're wasting your time. They're calling you, DMing you about craziness, stuff like that. So there's something about this hot ticketed thing that we need to know about. And I feel like you got the secret sauce that you bring in with you to Dallas, Texas. Is that right?
That's right. That's right.
A real quick question. I wanted to know, in your studying and investing in yourself, what is maybe one quick thing that you've learned about what you've had to do in order to close high ticketed clients versus your lower tier people, your mid-level or your smaller tier? What is that something a little different that you've had to do?
I've had to build my pipeline so that it's my funnel, and of course your funnel starts whenever you are first talking with the client, but I have to build my funnel so that it attracts the people that I need to attract, and that it detracts or the people, it takes away the people who are not willing to pay.
Gotcha.
Build it so that they won't do that.
So you're going to talk about funnels in Dallas too? Can we get a little bit of that too?
Sure. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, good. All right, guys. So I just wanted to bring you a sneak peek of Dr. Viola Pierce and what she's going to be talking about. Make sure, hey, today is the last day. Make sure that you secure your hotel room, because we have some. Yeah, come on. We have some hotel spots here. I'm going to drop everything in the link in the bio here for you, and we will see you in Dallas, right, Dr. V?
That's right.
All right, then. Bye, everybody. Take care.
See ya.